Apologies for the delay. Hey there, everyone. This is KT. How we doing, lads? Good lord, what was that? 20 minutes? 20 minutes? I thought, oh yeah, I'll be ready to stream. No, it's took a little bit of getting ready, but we're here. We're here. Beef, just tuning in. Just got your games on. Yo, good. These are still emerald from when I was doing eggs. Whoops. Excuse me. Let's just swap these real quick. Hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing good too. Yeah, I'm doing feeling good. Right, I'm gonna have to. Oh, I guess I can. Maybe later in the stream, I'll show you guys my new crazy egg setup. I'm starting a collection. Currently, I have just under 3 boxes. It's like 2 boxes, and the third one is basically full. It's missing like 5 or 6 eggs of Jinx that I consider good enough. Excuse me. I consider them good enough that I will go through the method of rehatching them until they're shiny. Meaning they have like perfect speed and are timid, or there's a couple that are like rash or mild, but oh geez, this is loud. Sorry, there's a lot I wanna get started on. The eggs are kick-ass. The eggs are damn cool being able to do this, and I have started making eggs on multiple cartridges and then just connect the box to like get them all together, and then put that into PK Hex and then filter out the eggs that suck. So it's like a pretty extended process, but once I have enough, I will be able to hatch a whole bunch of eggs on each cartridge for another like shiny roll. And that's just going to be killer. Having all of these very good candidates, all of them having like super cracked IVs, it's going to be fun. Oh yeah, I've also got new tech for this stream. Yo, if we find the shiny tonight, you guys are going to see I've developed new technology. Shout out to Sandy for reminding me. I had the idea before, but Sandy had mentioned something about it, and then I put it together. Yo, speak of the devil. Just kidding. Sandy's not a devil. Very cool. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Also, you can see on the scoreboard, yeah, we had another fail. Nidoran got away. I have the clip ready. So this is the last phase, right? This is our last phase for the hunt. Double Tauros to start us off tonight. Last phase of the hunt, win or fail. So once that's done, I'm going to put together a video of everything I found this year, and you guys will see the Nidoran clip. So, yeah, I summoned Sandy. I have that power, but I must be cautious. I can't abuse it. But yeah, when we find a shiny tonight, not if, but when, we will go to the new setup. I'm calling it the theater. And that is when we have a shiny to catch. Yeah, I know, it sucks. I already do have a shiny Nidoran male, so I'm not too bummed about it, but going as deep over odds as I did definitely blows. And it's alright. That's kind of the game you play when you go into the Safari Zone. Have to have one stupid phase. Wouldn't really be the Safari week without it. I also have another plan. If we get our shiny early, we can switch over to do some Zapdos encounters tonight, because these 4 games are the ones that'll be doing Zapdos encounters. So, here's hoping. Well, how are you guys doing? How are things? I suppose, oh yeah, congrats on the eggs, by the way. You know, I saw your egg video today. Hell yeah. You always want to walk away with an egg. Just finished training up Garchomp in the tower. Yo. Hell yeah. Are you doing, like, Earthquake, Outrage? Doesn't he learn Swords Dance? I feel like he learned Swords Dance. Oh yeah, and you got a Teddy Ursa. Yo, shout out to Beef. Getting the Teddy Ursa. Very nice. I hope the IVs are good. I hope the nature is good. What is the HP trick with sub? You want to be divisible by 4. It depends if you have leftovers or not, though. Because if you're trying to, like, proc a berry, you need to be divisible by 4. Yeah, congrats on the Teddy Ursa. We had a Teddy Ursa incident that'll be part of the video. It was not quite a success, but that's okay. No leftovers? Okay, then I think you need to be just divisible by 4 to get the most out of your substitutes. Which I love so much. If you're using Charizard in ADV, all you need to do is set his HP IV to 30. With no investment, he's immediately divisible by 4. So you'll always be able to pop Pitaya or Salak when you need to. As well as you get Blaze Boost. It's just awesome. Whatever Charizard's HP is, that's a perfect amount. Kind of good feeling about tonight. I'm not sure why. It's Rash. Normally don't check the IVs, but the other two had up attack nature, so I'll probably keep this one as a Teddy Ursa. Yeah, good idea. Some really fun tech you can use a Teddy Ursa for specifically is the Battle Pyramid, because Teddy Ursa gets pickup as his ability. So he can roll items for you even if he doesn't participate in battle. That's something I definitely want to try. 2K. Wonder if we should drop the repel trick for the last phase, just to maximize encounters. We could also move over to the Chansey room. I got set up to do it and haven't done anything for the Chansey encounters. You have 299 Apoms, wonder what those will do? Yeah, true. Apom can have the other ability, though. What is it? It can have Runaway. Which is just awesome that you can get Shadow Apom in Coliseum, a game with no wild battles. So you literally couldn't even use Runaway. Just the best. Gotta love Coliseum. I want to call it Game Freak, but it wasn't Game Freak that made it. Found a way to mass produce Umbreons? Alright. Is it like a cloning glitch? Or do you have just like good EV eggs? Mass producing Umbreons. Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah, a friend of mine did that in his Platinum. You do that, and then Lopunny just immediately evolves because it's like a minimum friendship. But then if you like feed it the one herb or whatever that lowers friendship, it just immediately becomes max, which is awesome. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's clever actually for synchro. I like that. Oh, right. I wanted to set up a poll. Hang on. Is this hard to do on YouTube? I want to set up a poll for what you guys think our final phase will be. How do I start a poll? How many options can I add? Oh, I only get 4? What? Yeah, I can only have 4 options. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, I've got an idea. So that's like one group that's common. Um... Okay. Okay. I think... Is there anything I'm missing? We're probably good. Alright. Not to get political, but please do your earnest to go vote. Yo, what's up, Jacob? Yeah. I only get 4 options, so I had to kind of group the Pokemon together. Slowly fading in and out of sleep will be lurking. Well, you take it easy, you know. And again, thanks for shooting the idea of Safari Summer. This has been a lot of fun. Beast mode sold. I had a feeling. I kind of might have rigged the election just a little bit. I'm a little biased towards getting Tauros. Though at this point, I don't really care. Whatever we get, win or fail, fine by me. So this is one problem. When I have the two like blue Game Boys together, this one's hinges are a little bit weak. So they will eventually the screen will start to tip. It's also our game with sound for tonight. I want you to get him. Appreciate it, Jacob. We're getting a Tauros. This is my first year attempting the Tauros repel trick. So the fact that I even saw one, I consider progress. I wonder... Is Tauros in the Battle Pyramid? Do any of you guys know? Is Tauros in there? That seems like something Game Freak would do. Just make Tauros a random encounter in the dungeon where you have, limited resources. Gonna go check. What are the Pokemon in the Battle Pyramid? Yeah, list of wild Pokemon. Because there is a glitch, and there's also a save file you can use to shiny hunt in the Battle Pyramid. Oh, excuse me, with some pretty swag targets, all things considered. Yeah, like wild Slowking, wild Starmie, and Espeon. That's pretty crazy. There's a fighting type, but is there a normal type floor? Is there a Tauros possibility? Wild Octillery would be unbelievable. There's the ghosts. There is one. There's one with Tauros. Oh, dude, this selection is insane. Kanga, Swellow, Ursaring, Porygon 2, Tauros, Fearow, Snorlax, Slacking. Yeah, it's all normal types. That'd be so much fun. I should look into that. You gonna do a bug contest before bed? Well, best of luck, lads. Hopefully you get the blue pincer. There's a double Tauros staring me down. As I said last stream, especially because we're so early into the phase, I think if I see another Tauros, I'm gonna have to rock it. I don't think I have too much of a choice. I must do it. Here, we'll do you as a practice. How do you feel about the rock? You stay. If that's not a sign, I don't know what is. There's another Tauros. They keep coming. Okay, that one didn't like the rock. He stays. A double Tauros. Damn. Yeah, if I remember later, Sandy, I'll show you a bit of the Jinx egg situation. It's honestly so cool. I really do want to make a video about this using a battle tower Pokemon as like your host to start the egg chain. Because with one Pokemon that's perfect IVs, you are very likely going to start getting cracked offspring, and then you can use the offspring to breed with the parent that has perfect IVs, and it's just ridiculous. It is so sick. You do about 50 encounters and one soft reset for this starter. Dude, that's insane. Now granted, these are probably some of the fastest encounters in the entire franchise. But still, that's so slow for your starter. Because if I was to play that game, I would want to reset for a starter that just has like nice IVs, that has a good stats. So that would be like torture. I've been kind of wondering what I should do for legendaries in Gen 5. Whether I should try and reset for stats. Because I assume you can't use them in the facility, right? You can't use them in the subway? At least the box legendary. There's probably other ones that are legal. So for those, I wouldn't really have the opportunity to... Well, that's not true. I guess I have the Japanese games. I could go race to the legend and then do that. So yeah, maybe for the playthrough we won't worry about it. We'll just catch them as they are. You can't use the box, but there's a bunch you can. Yeah, okay. Is Meloetta illegal? I got a feeling Meloetta is like gonna be illegal. Same with Victini. I don't think Victini is gonna be allowed. I always like when one game falls behind. It's just you. Yeah, exactly. They're mythicals. Oh, you know what? There's probably something in game that would just tell me. There's probably like a NPC that says this is the list of Pokemon you can't bring. Yeah, I can't wait to bring the shiny Latios all the way up to Gen 5. So I may not be the biggest fan of the physical special split. However, having an attack nature shiny Latios who is perfect and can use Dragon Claw, that sounds pretty sick. Is Victini mythical? I don't know. I assume, like, he looks like it. He looks like this game's Celebi or Jirachi. To me, at least. But then again, I don't think Deoxys looks like a mythical, and he is, so who knows? Probably know some of them from VGC. Yeah, I like recognize. There's one of them I can think of in my head. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna try typing in its name, see if this is the right guy. It's probably not spelt correctly. It is. Whoa. Yeah, it's a Terrakion. I recognize that guy. I don't know. He looks like he'd have Intimidate. Looks like a scary looking kind of guy. He is a beast. He is beast mode. Alright, good. Actual beast mode Pokemon. That's what I like to hear. I want, like, ultra. Well, not even min max. Tauros isn't, like, perfectly min max, but, like, you look at Metagross, right? Metagross is, like, such a min maxed Pokemon. They literally just gave him the most important stuff for the stats he needs, and they kind of, like, left everything else. Best based attack? Okay. Swag. Yeah, maybe for him, I'll reset for one that has high attack. It depends. I guess it's gonna, yeah, how difficult it is to actually snag them. Because I want to have access to Smeargle. But what do you do? How do you catch a Pokemon without Smeargle, dude? Guess I'll have to find someone else who knows Hypnosis and False Swipe. One to get for post game? Hell yeah. Yeah, true. We do have Synchros. We got the whole cast. It was actually such a like heads up thing. It took me a long time to get it set up, but I'm glad I did because now any Pokemon that I want to get in Gen 5, I have the Synchro crew ready. You know, Tauros is showing up a lot tonight, and that is very reassuring. They both ran away from a rock. That is a little bit less reassuring. Mm-hmm. I am too, Sandy. I am looking forward to the return. I also want to do Battle Tower, the Ruby Sapphire Battle Tower streams again. Those are surprisingly fun. And now, because I have a new setup in this room, I can like read the chat a whole lot easier. So that'll be sick. In fact, I kind of wanted to do a test, like offline, do some Battle Tower encounters. Because we have like a bit of a wish list. Beavery said that he wants a Salamence that's like good from the tower, that has a good nature. So I'm kind of gonna target Salamence for a little bit. Just snag a few of those until we get one with a good nature. But there's like other breeding targets I want. Like I want to get a male Golduck. Though I feel like I have a Golduck. I just don't know if it's male. But that can breed with like everything. I also need to see, what are the other baby Pokemon? The ones where if I want to shiny hunt it, I have to do eggs. No option. Just has to be eggs. There's also other stuff like Mr. Mime. And Lickitung. Lickitung has to be eggs if you want it shiny. So I don't think I'm as insane as Riley and Motive, getting like a perfect egg for just any old Pokemon. But I think sort of skewing the IVs to get really cracked eggs for like egg exclusive Pokemon, I might do that as a compromise. Which is a fun project, fun idea. Both ran away. Okay, maybe rock is not so hot anymore. Mm-hmm. Bait, bait, mud, bait, bait, ball, goated. The secret tech. I don't know if I would rock an Eggy or a Doduo. I think I don't really care if they run away, but I'd rather just throw the ball, and if they run, so what? Whereas if I throw a rock and they run, I'd be like, man, that sucks. But I suppose it'll free me. I'll be free from the safari, so I probably won't be too bad. It'll say, yeah, okay, fine. We had a lot of fails this year. The scoreboard is not so hot, to be honest. Some swag finds. I'm very satisfied with the Pokemon I found, but I also failed more than I caught, which is always a little annoying. It'll be fun to put the video together and just share. This is what I discovered. This is what happened. Because it's going to be my first, like, real shiny hunting video. I know that sounds dumb, but it's, like, since I've got this camera and started recording the Pokemon showing up on screen. It feels like it's a new, not like a reboot, but you know what I mean. It's like a new era of my channel. Because every shiny before that, it was just a picture. That's all it had. But now we have like video proof and the catch on camera. So I think the videos will be very cool going forward. At least I hope so. That's the goal. Yeah, 4 eggs is nuts. One of them already EV trained and evolved. And we love that Eggy. She is the best. Oops. See, that ran first rock, so I don't think I'm going to rock a common. There's double tap. I feel like I did. That's the other thing that's sick about the new setup, is that I can very easily jump back into Fightcade, which is an online fighting game emulator. Very cool. Looking forward to that. It's gonna take forever for me to like unrust. Well, I guess that's not true. It'll take a little bit, and it'll take getting used to the different display, but that'll be fun. A lot of Kanga. Kanga is super rare. with this repel trick. I think it's just 1%. Okay, that means you're out. Yeah, you ran into a 22, so you gotta retreat. Actually, we could just leave it. You're almost out. You're almost out. You got a bit more juice. You're about to run out. There we go. You two can take off. That's another video. I guess it would be a stream. I don't know how I would do it. I want to make a video where the entire concept is like shiny hunting prep work. Like somebody would give me a target, right? Let's say bayonet. The goal is to shiny hunt the bayonet. Well, the way that you can find bayonet is in Skypillar. So I would make a video like, with this as our target, here's everything that I need to consider if I'm going to be hunting for a bayonet. Here's everything else that's in the area I could run into that you don't want to fail. There is, if there's a repel trick that's relevant, if there's any specific moves or specific Pokemon for the bayonet encounter itself. Because I think that thing can have Curse, right? So you'd want to have, what I like to use is a Pokemon, a Smeargle who has Imprison. Because then you can just like shut off Curse. So it can't use Curse and accidentally get out of control. And that was kind of the premise. That's sort of the idea behind that video. Or stream. I'm not sure what would be better. Because I like the idea of picking a target at random. Somebody like suggests one and then I have to come up with it on the fly. Whereas if I make a video, it seems so much more rehearsed. It seems like clearly I pick that target where I have a strategy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love the prep work. The prep work is so much fun. Getting everything ready and having contingencies for everything, I just think is awesome. I'm about to prep them on to reset the roaming birds. They must flee, right? They flee because they're roamers? So you would need, like, a mean look. Someone who can stop the birds from taking off. Yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. I would like to essentially take the suggestions from the audience, so it's not all stuff that I have mentally prepared. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You need to have some... That's another thing. Is that you want a Pokemon that can't get owned, that can just survive whatever you're encountering, because that's another way people fail shiny, is that they're just fighting something that's too high level, and it just wipes their party. This would be the right... Yeah, exactly, because you need the repel trick. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you do need it for the repel. Yo, Parasect. Should have hunted a room with Parasect this year. I really do want a Paras. Oops. Get there. Okay, everyone is ready. Yeah, because Gen 4 had badge boosts, I believe. So you'd have to take that into consideration for any speed tier. Should go charge my phone. I meant to before stream. Don't think it does. Is that badge boosts in Gen 4? Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I'm just assuming they do. But if there's one game that's like the last one, it's definitely Gen 4. Because I'm like certain they aren't in Gen 5. Which Gen 1 to 3. Okay. So there's no badge boost, which admittedly that does make the speed tiers a little easier. You take her easy, Jacob. We'll be chatting sometime soon. You know it. Badge boost's got to be turned off when you do like a link battle, right? Wonder about that, actually. I would assume so. You would hope so. Though, as we've learned, the speed boost badge is not disabled in the Ruby Battle Tower, which is very confusing that it's only that one, but I guess it's kind of nice. It gives the player just a slight speed boost. Yeah, I would hope so as well, but you never know. Gotta head to bed? Alright, you take her easy, Sandy. Best of luck in the tower with your new Garchomp. ES3 playthrough on the channel. That would be hilarious. Especially the console version, not the remake. Game is cool. It's really weird, but it's damn cool. Nidorino would be cool. It's a very nice Pokemon. He has a hilarious back sprite. He looks like a little goblin. I guess I haven't seen Nidorina's back sprite yet. We haven't thrown it out. Camera kind of angled weird. Let's switch back. Is that better or worse? I feel like it's the same. Do we want to adjust brightness? No, that's too much. And then that's like impulsive. I wish there was an in-between those two. Do we turn you off? That make it worse? Yeah, there's like a bunch of settings I should probably mess with. This device has likely got more potential than what I'm really using it for. But it works. This thing works. It is the first camera. I got a feeling I will upgrade in the future, but we're still like finding our footing on the channel with this making live video footage of the shiny type of videos. 2,700. We're getting close to 3K. These just fly by. Wonder, should we switch? Should we try just a soundtrack tonight? This is a good one. bit loud. Oh yeah, and R-Type? Yo. I should check what this game goes for now. So I literally have it in the box. And I remember paying not that much for it back in the day. It hasn't really changed that much. That's fascinating. I assume this would go for a lot more now. Why is Japanese Earthbound $400? That doesn't make any sense. I get, well, maybe it's gone up a little bit. Castlevania 4 is 300. What? Why do they do this? Birthday's in 4 days. Yo, if I don't see you, happy birthday, Beef. Planning on starting a Soul Silver playthrough after work that day. Yo. Can't really wait to clone all the shinies from Gen 3 and move them to Gen 4. Hell yeah. That'll be sick to see. My birthday is in 19 days. It's the 18th of August. I don't have any plans to stream or do anything, but who knows? Maybe we will, just for fun. Yeah, thanks. You too. Oops. Actually, that's a good call. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I should find... It's on the other DS. The DS I used to record. The one that has a capture card. I should set my birthday to be that. And maybe we'll do, like, part of the Gen 5 playthrough. See if the game acknowledges. But I know if you, like, change it to that, like, the day before or something, it won't work. So I kind of want to do it ahead of time. Let me do that while I remember. There's also a chance it's already set. I don't need to do anything, but let's check. Go to the DS settings. And it's already set, so we're perfect. Nice. We'll just have to remember to record something, some part of the Gen 5 playthrough. I think once this repel runs out, we're actually going to try a no repel for a little bit. But really, what does that change? You get the other Nido. So I think that's like Nidorina, or sorry, female Nidoran on leaf green. And you get Venonat. And I have a shiny Venonat, and I don't really want another. No, maybe we shouldn't. We could go to the Chansey room, but I kind of want to spend the rest of the time here. Hey, double run out. That's insane. There we go. Yeah, it's the lab. Yeah. Trying to organize a couple of songs for a future stream. And one of them just hit me. Have to include that one. Multiple GB operators? Maybe. I've never really heard of it. Yeah, I wonder if you could just sync up a controller to that, actually. I'd love to know more about how that device works. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up. I want to look into, and I kind of want to do it before the weekend, getting a GBX, a Game Boy Advance ROM dumper, so that I could more easily get the save files onto my computer. have 2 Game Boy operators. Give it a shot and see if I can get it doing. Use a controller on mine, but I can't use the same controller for both, is my hope. Yeah, if you can map keys, because I've never used the Game Boy operator, but I assume it's sort of like an emulator where you can just map the buttons to anything that your computer has as an input. So you could do some like magic with a program called Joy-to-Key. Yeah, no, I know the operator can do it. The thing is, the operator costs quite a bit more than a GBX, and I don't really care about playing it on the computer, which I know that's like a big appeal of the GB operator. I really do just want to use it to get the save file on the computer and then move stuff around, as opposed to playing it on the PC, which really, that's not even that hard. If you have the GBX, you just take the save file out, drop it into MGBA, and then it'll work. Though I should look into it. What's the price differential between the two? Oh, but yeah, but that's the program. I want the GBX cart RW. Okay, so Game Boy operator is 50 bucks. And the GBX is 33 plus shipping. So I guess it's not that much cheaper. I'll have to have a chat with Veriz. I know Veriz has one of these things. Because that's the real reason I want it, is right now I use the Wii, which has a homebrew app to dump a Game Boy save. And that works, but it's like, it's an extra step because I have to save to the Wii, take the SD card out of the Wii, put it in the computer, do whatever I'm going to do in PKX, plug it, take the SD card out, back into the Wii, flash that to the cartridge. And this would just cut that step, the middle step, out. Yeah, I thought the operator was quite a bit more. I'm probably thinking of the, like Epilogue's other products. They made that like Super Nintendo device where you can plug in any cartridge and it does like HDMI out. Always like seeing in a playlist when one of the songs is called Unused Track. You get to hear a forbidden song. Mm. Hell yeah, I like that. Big 3K. There's no Tauros. That is a bad sign. I can see why this song was not used. It's a little bit bad. So are you doing Safari, Beef? Are you doing Safari encounters right now? Oh, I see. It's the Japanese version of the songs, which has like a slightly different mixing. We'll go with Mega Classic. Sticking for Houndor, nice. So I saw a repel trick I like a lot, and I'm gonna do that next year. It's 50% Teddy Ursa, and then 25 Miltank and 25 Houndor. So I'm definitely gonna try that next year. Because I would really, really like to have a shiny Miltank. I'm gonna get out my little reminder for me that I want to flash the camera on the cartridges to show no cheating device. And also I gotta take a picture with my damn phone. Ever since I got this camera set up, I forget to do that. I just immediately, okay, you know, we're filming, let's try and do the encounter, let's do the catch. And I need to get into the habit of not doing that. Because it's like the whole point of the camera setup is that I can show the cartridge, I can show all of that. So this game is pretty lucky with Tauros not taking off after a rock. started using that repel trick with Illuminate Staryu and just got a white flute for both my games. Dude, hell yeah. Wanted to reclaim my APOM, but the 5% target was tough. Yeah, it's such a cool repel trick. I tried doing one that's similar on the southern part for Gligar, and that one really sucks. It is super slow. Why does Adol always run out? Adol is always the first one to run out of steps. Maybe it's because he's so blessed. He's found countless shinies over the years. This save file, this one... I had a friend of mine over, and I said to him, I really want to shiny hunt Kabuto. So this was the first Japanese Fire Red I ever bought. And it came in a bundle. It was Japanese Fire Red, Leaf Green, Emerald, and one of those receivers for like $150, which is crazy nowadays. And that's what we did. In one session, we ran to Cinnabar. Got to Cinnabar so I could do Kabuto resets. So this save file was a whole lot of fun. Yeah, 7 hours. Just a breeze. And over the years, this file has found countless shiny Pokemon. So it's like my lucky Fire Red. Kind of want to hunt the Deoxys, yo. Best of luck. He has annoying moves. He has really annoying moves for a legendary. I'd like to do a Deoxys as well. I've never done it before. Okay, let's just do a little check. How far behind? 30, 30, 50. A little slow. Yeah, you know, let's just get everybody out of here. You got Ray? Hell yeah. Yeah, I'd like to do more legendaries. Right now I have Moltres, Regice, Latios, Latias, and Kyogre. Am I missing anyone else? I think that's it. I used to have Mewtwo, but Mewtwo is no longer with us. I'd also want to do Ho and Lugia. I think that would be a lot of fun. Yeah, the Latios are killer. Quite lucky with Latios. I got one that's quiet nature, which is not the best in the world, but it is plus special attack. So after one Calm Mind, we're hitting pretty damn hard. Welcome, Bako. How you doing? We are gaming. Yeah, you can do Ho-Oh and Lugia. With a little bit of like hacky tricks. You're gonna need to give yourself the ticket through some less legitimate means. but it's not too hard to do. Let's launch Octopus first? Whoa. Nice. Yeah, it's super helpful. I've been having a lot of fun making a million Jinx eggs and then, like, culling the bad ones until I have, like, a substantial amount of good ones. And then I'm going to hatch all of those on all of the different cartridges. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you can do Deoxys, it's the same thing. Though I think they both have Recover, which sucks. What an annoying hunt. It's been a while? Yeah. There's different methods. One that I use is with a Game Boy Advance flash cart. One of these guys. I don't know if you can see that. It's a EverDrive GB. If you plug that into one Game Boy Advance and you have the wireless adapter, like somebody dumped the ROM of the event distribution. So you can just do the event distribution, which gives you the Mystic ticket, and then you're good. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the same thing. I sort of want to do a race with Yuno, because we both happen to be targeting Zapdos right after Safari Week. Problem is I'm already 9k deep on Zapdos, so it's definitely taken me a little longer. You guys doing a Deoxys race or a Ho-Oh Lugia race? That might be fun. I think I got 4k for Ho-Oh because I paired it with Latios. And Latios shined first and I just didn't continue the Ho-Ohs. You already got Lugia, alright. Left inside the islands and started buying Abras at the game corner. Nice. That is a cozy hunt. Yeah, I've been wanting to organize some type of like a shiny race. With the goal being sort of like a golf rules, like whoever finishes last is the actual winner. Because I think obviously there's no skill involved, it's just whoever happens to find it first is the guy who finds it first. So it makes sense to do it the other way. Make it so whoever who gets it last They're the winner. Also, yeah, I do quite like the cat avatar. Yeah, the Zapdos. So I've got like a catch method planned, but I did 9K and I've already found an optimization, so I'm gonna have to make slight adjustments when I resume. You think it's whoever has the least encounter should win? Yeah, it's hard to... Well, because I think the trick is you don't want to discourage somebody. You don't want to do, let's do this race, and then one guy just bangs it out in 500 encounters, and then everyone else is like, well, I can't beat that. What's the point? So that might disincentivize people from continuing. That's why I like golf rules. It's like whoever gets it last, they get to be the winner. But I guess people could also sort of cheat and just not really do encounters and then just start later. But, you know, I guess if you want to do that to win a shiny race, you know, cool. Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's kind of tricky. Because I also don't want to be, like, policing it and saying, oh, you have to have a video. You have to have, you know, some kind of evidence. Because really, I don't, like, if people want to cheat, that's lame. You know. Sure, you can lie to the internet, but you know what happens. It's gonna be caught eventually. You'll get caught. Like, the other trick is, like, how do we even the playing field for people that are multi-system hunting? And I think the trick is that you just don't. Which means that, like, single system is at a slight advantage because they're not going to find it first. They're more likely to find it later. True, yeah, we could do a daily or, like, a weekly check-in or something. But yeah, the idea of just doing races would be fun. And not do anything that's, like, annoying. Like, not every shiny hunter is going to have access to Registeel. You know, as an example, it's like there's one per game. Oh, are we good? Maybe that was just YouTube being weird. Am I live? Am I here? There it is. That's one of the best tracks in the game. Hang on, I think the thing is messed up. Is it working? I can't tell. Are we fixed? It did this last time too. Last time I streamed, there was like a little internet connection problem. Nice. I'm not sure what I'm gonna be doing tonight. I got some eggs to wrangle, and I got some like video stuff I would like to record tonight. Well, I guess I can do it tomorrow. Tonight would be better though. Tomorrow, well, I guess it like depends. I have stuff I want to prepare for the Zapdos video. And Zapdos might be starting sooner than I think. This is the song. The song is Mega Man X. The soundtrack. It's a game by Capcom. You know, back in the day, Capcom was a very good company. They made classic after classic. Nowadays, I don't even know what they're up to. I think I just double tapped again. Yeah, they're just doing Resident Evil now. They made a new Street Fighter, which looks really weird. I think they announced a new Mega Man, which is kind of wild, because I feel like 11 came out a long time ago by this point. Never played Mega Man X? Whoa. That's crazy to me. It's like a super classic. It's one of the most beloved games ever. It's like, actually, I think it's really good as a gateway for someone that doesn't play old games, because Mega Man X has like very little old game bullshit. Mainline Mega Man has some insane difficulty spikes. Mainline Mega Man is not as approachable, but X is like significantly easier. Emulates easy, runs on everything. Yeah, X1, very much worth playing. Which ones are the anime ones? Yeah, I quite like 1 through 4. I would say 4 is probably my favorite, believe it or not. Oh, Battle Network, yeah. Yeah, those are fun too. Those are like some of the few games that are not Pokemon that use the e-reader. The Japanese Battle Network games had like e-reader cards, which is crazy. That's so cool. Yeah, they made a bunch. Made a bunch, and they're like very homogenous. You could take a screenshot of any of them, and I probably couldn't tell you which one it is. Oh, whoops. Sorry, you two. Did not mean to hit you with the rock. Triple Tauros. Okay. What does the rock strat say? All 3 stayed. Okay, let's do a double rock. 1 ran, 2 stayed. So, hypothetically, these 2 should just get in the ball right away. Okay, no luck. But they both stayed. Let's try another ball just for fun. Wow. Yeah, the rocks, they They are a trick. $74 and 80. What a huge HP differential. Both 67 speeds. Yeah, this guy on the right, this is clearly the better one. Pretty sure he's a docile nature. Yeah. It does work. It's just very nerve-wracking to throw a rock at a shiny. Done another double Tauros. And they both flee. Oops. $3,500. So many damn eggs. Yeah, it's definitely been long enough for me. I should revisit Mega Man X. I do hope this phase doesn't go over odds. I'd really prefer not to have two huge phases to end. Safari Summer. Sorry, pal. Oops. Stepping outside the grass. Gotta watch out for that. Two Tauros and 2 eggs. Gotta be some kind of like credits, something or other. Yeah, ending cast, the credits. Ooh. Yeah, that's good. That's the good stuff. Oh, this one's almost out. Yeah, let's see if it's just better to do this. Oh, that is so infuriating. So left and right can get you out of the repel message, but up and down cannot. I wonder... Yeah, I may need to reconsider how I'm doing a different shiny hunt. The Tentacruel hunt, which I've not gone back to because it sucks and is bad. But if vertical doesn't get rid of the repel message... Well, is that worth it, though? It's still so slow. I think I should just not return to that hunt. It was kind of a dumb idea. Alright, back to the grind. This is probably our last session? Our last ticket into the... I kept the Tauros, didn't I? Well, whatever. This is probably our last go at the thing for tonight. Let's go swap up to water. Yep, just back in the wall. Very cool. Oh yeah. I have a match with Amaryllis coming up that I have not prepared for. I'm going to be playing Ore Coliseum. I've got like one team in my head. Probably should put it onto Showdown already before I forget enough of it. But there was nothing fancy. We're not going to record this match just for casual fun. Which I would like to do more often. Us just doing casuals more often. But I also do want more matches on the channel. As well as more non-Ore stuff. Just singles. How could you be in the safari so long? I did 2 weeks and got burnt out. Man, I've just got patience of steel, I guess. How you doing, shiny Pokemon hunts? Doing my first safari week and it was using 6 consoles. Yo. Find anything sick? As you can see, I've had several successes and several fails. Doing good? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. This will probably be our last Safari stream. And this is definitely my last phase. Got a neat arena and an Oddish, you know, not bad. I quite like shiny Oddish, and neat arena for that matter. Every time, this Game Boy specifically, Every time I see Kanga behind the shadow, I think I just scrutinize it just a little bit. And man, getting tired of doing that. I'm tired of scrutinizing Kanga every single time. Big 4K coming up. Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna be the 4,000th Pokemon? My guess is Eggy. Alright, which one are you? You are Nidoran. Not quite. You prefer the SPs? I do. The SPs are so cozy. When I'm casually playing, just like on my own, the DS Fat is probably my favorite way to play Game Boy Advance. Though I'm quite growing on the Game Boy Player for GameCube. I quite like that setup as well. What's half odds? 4096? I've never tried a Game Boy Micro, actually. I don't think I've even seen one in real life. You're gonna stop at 9 Game Boy players? Yo, that's huge. How much does a Game Boy Micro cost? Dude, where on earth? There's not bookmark J4U. J4U. Yeah, I have it bookmarked. I just must have it somewhere stupid. Oh, they want 300 bucks for Wily Wars? That's like weirdly cheap. These are probably American prices. 200 bucks for a Game Boy Light. Oh man. Oh man. Yo, there's a Kitaro for the Game Boy. Never even heard of this. Show me the back of the box. What kind of game is it? There's no... Oh, there's one picture. Oh, and I can barely see it. Okay, I gotta remember that. It's a Kitaro for original Game Boy. Aladdin for Super Famicom, 30 bucks. Cho Makaimura for 30 bucks? That's damn good. That's a damn good price. This has to be American. These have to be American prices. Yeah, 30 bucks for Mega Man 4, or sorry, Mega Man 7. Link to the Past is 40. These are crazy. Boxed Leaf Green is 68. Okay, what was I here to check? I wanted to check Game Boy Micro. Yeah, Game Boy Micro. Oh, he doesn't have any right now. Oh, all of them have sold. Yo, that sucks. Okay, I guess we'll check eBay. Never really trust eBay. 300, 230, 300, 300. Yeah, what's like the price to expect for a Game Boy Micro? $300, 280, 300. It looks to be $300. That's a lot. And a fat DS is like, I quite like the buttons on the fat DS. They remind me a lot of the SP's buttons. Funnily enough, they're very clicky. Only feel really nice, and you can turn it sideways and one-handed reset. All right, I'll take your word for it. Yeah, I've never seen a Micro in real life. Maybe I have at like a retro game store and just don't remember, but I've definitely never used one. I don't know, it might be cool to own. They just seem like a lot, and they cost quite a lot, because you could get AGS 101 for about half that. Actually, AGS 101's probably gone up in price. What's AGS 101 going for? 160, 300, 200, 200, 170, 200, 200. Okay, you know what? No, AGS 101's gone up a little bit. Yeah, about 200 now. Damn. Come on, man. Yeah, thanks. We're about to cross half odds. 4084. I'm pretty sure it's 4096. Come on, Tauros. You could do something hilarious right now. Damn. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop at the end of the hour. If that's okay with everyone. I appreciate that. Thank you, Shiny Hunt. Yeah, it's the Safari streams. They've been fun. I don't know that I'm like that entertaining though, and I feel like they're just more low energy. So I don't know. Like, should I try and change and become more entertaining for the shiny streams, or should I just not stream them as often? And we'll just this is something special because it was Safari week, right? It's hard to say. Definitely gonna be recording them though. This new setup is cool. Even if my live reactions are not all that like exaggerated or animated. So it's usually like, oh man, there it is. Like here, I can do a fake one. Check it out. Yo, there's Shiny Doduo. Check him out. See? But it's like clearly not, you know what I'm trying to say. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, true. Things will get nuts when we find a Tauros. Triple Venomoth. He got two. What? He got two shiny Tauros on the same console? That's crazy. Damn. It's always tragic when it goes. Oops. Sorry, Ganga. Okay, you know what? Maybe you wanted the rock. Just as a little snack. Let's see, how deep into the repels are we? Maybe we'll just stick until we get kicked out. 100, 118, 90, 70. So you're gonna run out first, undoubtedly. But that's still like Iron Man numbers. What did I start at? 1800? We did a 2.5 hour stream. Now we're at 4200? That's crazy. Safari encounters are so fast. But next year, I'm thinking Emerald only. Maybe we'll try doing this for a phase just to reclaim Tauros, but I think I mostly want to do Emeralds. Because I quite like the targets in Emerald, and I had great phase luck. I didn't have good catch luck, but everything I found was stupidly fast. Yeah, that repel trick for Miltank and Houndour is so appealing. Alright, and the first one to escape is Leon. Let's see how centered are these. Oh, you have been kicked out. Next one out is Adol. No, it's only leaf green. Only leaf greens left in the safari. Let's see, we can get like a nice close-up of this. Is that too... No, that feels good. The last two games standing. Who is going to be kicked out? Who's going to be the last? My money is on 310. Oh. Okay, it's all up to 310 now. You gotta pull a Tauros Miracle. Oops. Damn, did not want to catch the Eggy. Get Eggy, go away. Thank you. Perfect. I would never curse an Eggy, but that is not one I wanted to catch. I could tell it was bad. How many steps we got left? And nothing. Well, lads, it's been fun. The Safari streams have been fun. We've had some successes. I don't think I found a single Kanto Safari on stream, so that's pretty crazy. But the Hoenn arc was a lot of fun. We had some crazy success there. At least finding the shinies. Not keeping them, but finding them? Damn. Oh my god. And we're kicked out. Eggy was the last encounter. Well, that was a lot of fun. I will be continuing the hunt off camera, off stream, on camera, off stream. But I think the next stream is going to be Battle Tower. Most likely. I'm not sure at this time. Anyways, enjoy your hunts, and I will be catching you guys very soon.